in the last couple of days, like it was, I have periods where people write me things. And it's been quiet for a while with like critique and stuff, alhamdulillah. But the last couple of days where I've been getting a lot of exposure from like other sites and stuff, people have been finding their way into my page and giving me advice. There is a way of giving advice, and it ain't it to straight up attack somebody, okay? A sister of mine the other day, a very dear friend, advised me in the most beautiful way, and I really took it to heart. Shout out Amina. Thank you so much. I love you for the sake of Allah. However, the other types of advices, criticisms, whatever I've been getting don't have the same energy to them. And it's not only because I know this girl, the sister that sent me the other type of advice about my bun, okay, underneath my hijab. Let's just keep it real. Sometimes I struggle with my bun. Sometimes my bun is high, sometimes my bun is low, sometimes I have braids, so there is no bun. And sometimes I just, have a higher knot. And everyone's always quick to be in my DM like, oh, camel hump, hellfire. And I'm like, okay then. So I started my Instagram account right when I reverted to document my own process. And I started off with no followers, and I didn't try to gain followers. I didn't really follow anything other than da'wah pages and, Islamic reminders and stuff like that, just to like kind of get into things. And that was all I would follow. And then all of a sudden, girls started to text me and be like, oh, how do I deal with this? And started to like ask me for advice. And so like the whole me giving advice thing really started then, because my life experiences has caused me, alhamdulillah, to acquire some wisdom and then to be able to share that. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my platform for that, all the while documenting my own journey and documenting my own progress. So when I first started, I wasn't wearing hijab at all. I still had pictures online with like tops, all that. And so I started to tone it down, and then I started to cover up more, and then I tried my turban, and I still would have my pictures with, good morning.
Morning.
I still would have my pictures with, my hair and stuff like that on Instagram. And during this time, I had started to give dawah. And also during this time, I just have to say one quick, huge shout out to the most amazing woman I know. She is a scholar in this deen, and she never one time, the whole time I've known her, has put pressure on me or judged me. And I asked her recently, I said, even before I started to wear hijab at all, and even when we first started talking, my whole, I was how I used to be, looking. And I said, why didn't you... And I said, thank you, though, for never really making me uncomfortable and, like, being harsh towards me or anything like that. Like other, sisters who was like, oh, I'm a student of knowledge, and you are totally looking like a munafiqa out in these streets and stuff like that, and would throw their kind of knowledge of the deen in my face in that way. Versus this lady who was a scholar in the deen never made me feel like that. And so I asked her, I said, why did you never, feel the need to talk to me in that way? Because if someone could, you could, And she was like, well, I saw that you were on your way. I saw that you were in the car with your seatbelt on, going in the right direction, and I didn't want to be someone to put a damper on your speed. You needed to go in your own speed, because that's how it's going to last when you do it, for the right reasons and with your own intentions. And that really was like, wow, she is, mashallah, Allahumma barik, so wise. And I learned something that day. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to take this negative criticism to me, because I maybe get one negative comment or one negative DM, and then I have 100 or thousands of positive and good ones. Why does that one negative one affect me? Because it resonates with me. That's why. Because listen, up until 2 years ago, I didn't even know what Islam was. I didn't know who God was. I didn't know who Muslims are. None of this was in my world. Okay. So I was ignorant to everything that I now know, right? And since that day, when I reverted, everything in my life changed. And I was already a grown-ass woman at this point. So I had to change my entire life, way of thinking, way of life, everything. Inwards, outwards, everything, right? And since day one, I started to document all of it for everyone to see. So when I now get criticism on, oh, your hijab isn't perfect, you wear makeup, people look up to you, you're misguiding kids or whatever, and I'm like, no, I don't. Because since day one, I've been talking about what the things I struggle with. And makeup for me has been a huge thing, and that's why for the people who follow me know that I've been experimenting with niqab. And it's my dream to be able to wear niqab, but I have issues with my family that would really be damaging to my life if I, went ahead with that decision to start wearing niqab full time. But when I'm at my lowest times and I struggle with makeup and stuff like that, and I feel at a breaking point, I put it on. I put my niqab on and I feel comfortable, finally. Because that's how I want to be, okay? That's the thing, that's how I want to be. But I still have my struggles and I'm honest about them. I never make excuses and I never say, yeah, I wear makeup, it's okay because this and that. Yeah, my bun is a little high and camel hump or whatever, but that's fine. I'm never one to make excuses. I'm never one to make excuses, and I think that's really important for you guys to think about and to take with you, because I don't think that it's fair to be put in a box and to be put on a pedestal. First of all, I'm nobody's role model. The only role model, the only one we should look up to is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the one that we should take as a role model, not each other. Social media has completely ruined our minds. I'm here to inspire people to do better and for people to stop making excuses, because I'm going to be the last person on earth to ever make an excuse for a sin or for a mistake. But where I, fall short, I document that as well. But I talk about it and I'm honest about it. And that's not a free-for-all for y'all to come and attack me and be like, oh, you should stop putting pictures with makeup. I want to advise you, don't put your relationship out there. Listen, I have my iman, alhamdulillah, and so does my husband. Nothing will ever happen to me illa bi-idhnillah. The sisters who always want to be, advising me, who never say anything positive to me in the first place. There's never been a salam there. There's never been oh, I seen you do this, that's cool, good job, whatever. I'm not looking for kudos, but if you're so concerned about me, how come you're never there in other times other than when you want to critique? So what are your intentions? What are you trying to do? Is this self-righteousness? Are you trying to make yourself feel better? Are you trying to bring me down? I don't know. Allahu alam. I'm just saying the vibe that I get is different. The vibe isn't good. I'm not going to ever apologize for documenting my journey, but where I want to go is where you guys always tell me I need to be right now. Things take time. And I've changed my life drastically over the span of a year and a half, let's say. That's when I started to physically also change. And things take time, and I still have struggles and things that are fitna for me. Understand that I was a fully grown woman at the time where I decided to change my whole life. Alhamdulillah. And I will never complain about that. I'm also going to be honest and say that it is not easy every day. Every day there is a jihad inside of me. Every single day I struggle when I get dressed, when I put makeup, when I put this, when I do that, when I put hijab. Every single day it's a struggle. And I don't need people to tell me that, oh, I'm misguiding people, because I'm not. Because I'm being honest about my issues. And I'm telling you as it is. I have problems, yeah. And I'm working towards bettering myself. And I'm documenting the whole journey there. Inshallah, I'll see you again when I'm there. And we won't have these types of issues. And I do really, really appreciate whoever is genuinely concerned and advising me in beautiful ways. And I take that to me every single time. So Jazakallah khair. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that was all we had for now. Let us know what more content you guys want down in the comment section, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel if you already haven't. Love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.